I got some Sharpies, and this challenge kind of came from Appleminte. Shout out to her. She's a pretty good YouTuber and artist. So she kind of created this challenge that's going around YouTube to use Sharpies to create a piece of art. Now, there is a bigger pack at Walmart, but since I'm poor, can't buy it. But I didn't want to spend too much money on this, so I just got this simple pack. And so in this video, I'm going to try and make a piece of art out of it. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's get on with it. So for this challenge, I was really excited, and I didn't know what to draw at first, but eventually I decided a character that me and my friend created. We had a lot of argument about it because she wanted it to be a spy character and I wanted it just to be a cutesy character. So we had a lot of disagreement there, but we finally managed to come to agreement. Well, we never did, but we did agree that it should be a bunny character because they're fast, they're agile, they're adorable, and that really worked on my part because I wanted a cutesy character. Anyways, I did modify some of the colors that we usually use and some of the accessories because in my version she's really cutesy, she loves to dress up. And I used my new light box to line the design and ink it, so that was really fun. I was kind of nervous about using the Sharpies in this because I never used Sharpies before, so not that much anyways for drawing wise. I did use some water-based markers when I first started out, which was probably the worst choice. But yeah, I was really unprepared for this because, I never really used markers before, like Sharpie markers, which is permanent, and I really didn't want to mess this up. So there's the finished line art. I was really happy on how it turned out. I thought it turned out really cute, and before I almost got started, before I realized I haven't swatched the colors and I didn't want it to turn out really dark and I would have no way of shading it. The orange at the time looked more red, but as it dried, it looked more of a peachy color. And so that was kind of a surprise. But yeah, there are the finished swatches. And now I get on to coloring. I thought that the yellow looked way too dark, so I just decided to wait for it to dry since some of the colors seem to alter as they dry. And that goes along with the green in the eyes. It looked really dark at first, but as it started drying, it started to turn to a lighter color. And as for the blending quality, I would put a 10 out of 10 because these blend surprisingly well, but they are pretty pricey. I was able to get this for $20, but for I think it's 8 markers. But yeah, since I didn't get a really good skin tone in this set, I was a little disappointed, but I decided that I really didn't need it anyways because the orange was peachy, so I just decided to kind of leave the skin blank and shade it with the peachy orange color. I really liked that, by the way. I thought it was really nice. And I decided to use complementary colors in the hair. So I put a nice blue in the hair. And I started coloring it. And I realized that I had to shade a darker color. And I had a darker blue. And this is when I got my first surprise. That these markers blend surprisingly really well with each other. Because the blue blended so nicely in with the other blue. And so it was such a surprise, and I couldn't stop playing around with it after that. So I blended some more on the top of the head, and here I'm going back into the dress, and I don't think I gave the yeah, the Micron pen's enough time to dry, because in the yellow it's smudged, and I wanted to try and incorporate every color into this, so which is why I put a lot of mismatched colors on the dress. But I think it turned out super cute in the end, so I'm happy. And I blended a brown and black in the leggings, but you can't really see it since they're both very dark colors. So yeah, that was kind of a fun choice, I guess. And so I blended out the skirt with a red and the same magenta color, and I blended the teal out with itself. I blended it with the same color that I used, and I tried doing orange in the yellow, but that didn't really work, so that was kind of a bummer. I really like how this turned out, though, because I thought it turned out really nice. And you can't shade yellow with yellow. I learned that lesson. And here I'm going in with to the ears, and I decided just to put the darker blue because I thought that would look nicer. And I started shading the hair a bit with its own color again. And here I start adding the highlights to the outfit, and I thought that I really liked on how this turned out. I hope that like in a year maybe I might do this challenge again just to see what I do next time. But yeah, it might be I think it'll be a lot of fun if I do that. And I decided to add a little white trim on the dress because I thought it would look absolutely adorable if I did that. And I started adding the background and just random colors and random like things here and there. Okay, sorry for that. We have someone coming in to fix something in our house, so he's being a little noisy while he is. But yeah. I put a lot of color into this, and I think I enjoyed this way too much. And to be honest, I had a lot of fun with it. I thought that it was really nice. And I liked challenging myself to restricting only using one brand. And I made a mistake here, but I managed to cover it up and turn it into a heart and then sign my name. The white gel pen that I was using didn't really work that too well, so that was kind of depressing. But here is a finished product. I'm super happy on how this turned out. I didn't know the markers would blend so well, like in the hair and in the skirt. And they're a lot like using alcohol-based markers. They blend so well sometimes, except here and here. But other than that, I'm really happy on how this turned out. Well, that is it, guys. Again, I post every Friday, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. I will see y'all later.